Welcome, everyone who's joined so far. We're just about to start. So we can start this off in a comfortable position that you can hold for about 40 minutes. If you're able to sit upright, that's wonderful. And if you can sit unsupported, that's good for alertness. You can sit at least with the back, the low back, that natural arc. Make sure you're not slouching. You need to lie down, recline for some reason. Just take care that it's not in a habitual position for sleep. Just try to use a slightly different position or a very different position than your normal sleeping posture. This might help with alertness. So it's a coincidence today. I heard the teaching of the Venerable Dhamma actually gave us the Bhikkhunis a teaching this morning, and he was speaking about meditation and the purity of mind, natural purity and brightness of the mind, and coincidentally, it's what the meditation instruction was titled for today. It's to cultivate a pure, bright heart of mind. Chitta is, in the Buddha's teaching, the heart and mind is that same word. This is kind of the center of our experience, or how we experience the world. And all the contact from the sense bases and all the things that come up in the mind, the thoughts, these could be considered the impurities of the mind. And as we develop the mind in meditation, we pull away from the senses. We may start with the sense of touch, actually, is often what is the object. For settling the mind, is the sense of touch. So the touch at the nostrils or the body in general. So we're allowing the mind to settle on something very basic, very simple. And if we're keeping our body still, then there's a sense of stillness. A sense that contact while we're sitting still, that really supports that sense of stillness, so the mind can settle, the thoughts can just drift away. As they arise, you allow them to drift away. Returning again and again to that contact, the feeling of the body, the experience of the contact at the body base. And this is a support for the clarity of the mind becoming more clear, free of distraction. hopefully we're uncovering brightness and purity of this mind. It's often obscured by craving for sense contact. So bringing our awareness to the body, however it's positioned, giving a general sense of the body. Feeling the contact of the body, the pressure of the body against whatever is supporting it. To bring up a sense of ease, just a sense of support. Touch of the clothing against the body. Temperature of the air. Getting a sense of the body as a whole. And again, starting with the base of the body, feeling the feet. If you're sitting in a chair, you would feel a touch of the feet on the floor, or pressed against the cushion if you're sitting cross-legged. And gradually bringing your awareness upwards over the feet to the ankles. Calves and the shins. Just with your kind attention, anywhere you feel tension, just give a little bit of loving kindness. Allowing things to relax over the thighs. You may feel the thighs and buttocks pressed against the cushion or chair. The sense of kindness to the body as you're scanning over the body. The hips. And the abdomen. Might feel the expanding and contracting of the abdomen with the breathing. Allow the natural rhythm of the breath. Bringing the awareness to it. To the sides of the body. Slight expansion there too. Becoming sensitive to the nature of this body. caring for itself. Chest rising and falling with the breath. Back. There's even a slight movement of the shoulder blades with the breathing. Upwards to the shoulders. Really inviting their shoulders to relax, be at ease. Arms even with the sides of the body. Hands at rest, nothing to do. Just really feeling those hands, the touch of the hands against whatever is supporting them. And fingers all the way down to the fingertips. Palms of the hands. Just at ease, still. And bringing the awareness back upwards over the arms, the shoulder and neck, supporting the head. The head not too forward, not too back, even upright if possible. That's in the back of the head and sides. And the top of the head. Really getting a sense of that top of the head. Then downwards over the forehead. Allowing the forehead to be at ease. Around the eyes. Eyes. Eyelids closed, slightly touching one another. Just bringing the awareness inwards, away from sides. The eyes at rest. And then the jaws at ease with the teeth, the upper and lower teeth lightly touching one another. And tongue occupying the mouth at ease, at rest. And you might feel the touch of the breath, the flow of the air through the nostrils. You might sense it in the sinuses or even the back of the throat. And if your mind feels settled enough, you might bring your attention to the touch of the air moving into the sinuses or to the nostrils. You choose that for your object of meditation. To allow the breath to pass over that threshold. At its own natural rhythm. Or you might feel the expanding and contracting of the abdomen, the downward pressure of the air from the lungs. And it's natural for the mind to be bringing up thought and memories. Just be aware of that and bring the awareness back to the body, to the breath, with utmost patience and kindness, no matter how many times you might need to do that. But also be aware when the mind feels settled, peaceful, bright, allowing for that spaciousness of mind, and brightness of mind. using that awareness of the body and bring your hands together in Anjali, really sensing the touch of the hands. So, the end of a period of meditation, it's good to reflect back on what just happened. How was that? If you had a sense of peacefulness, always working well. And also, it's good to dedicate the merit, if you, the goodness of your practice to all beings. It's a very way, a kind ending, way to bring up your own heart. And it's not just about oneself when we sit in meditation, we're cultivating a peaceful, bright heart, not only for our sakes, but also for others. So we can just extend that, the merit to all beings of the practice that we're doing. And at this time, we can open up for comments, questions about meditation. Please keep your comments to about your own practice, not other people's comments that they may have shared. So you can put up a virtual hand if you have a question about meditation or something about your experience today with meditation. People feeling a sense of ease and peacefulness. I think someone is raising their actual hand virtually. Yes.
This is my first time sitting with you, Bhikkhuni. Appreciate this very much.
What is your name? I don't see it on.
I'm Jane.
Oh, welcome, Jane. Yes.
Colorado. Yeah, it's been, I'm just coming back to the Theravadan's mode of practice. It's been a on and off sort of practice for me. And I used to do Zen, and I also had done long retreats in the Burmese style way back. So I live in a community that has more Tibetan Buddhist practice, so I'm all over. But I definitely would like to establish a more regular meditation practice, and I find this very comfortable. I find that my body is peaceful, but if it's a 30 minutes sitting, I tend to take about at least 10-15 minutes for the mind to settle. So if you have any, it's probably because I'm not, yet very regular in my practice. So It takes a lot longer for my mind to settle in, but my body does feel comfortable being quiet. So any guidance on that, appreciate. Thank you.
Oh, actually, that's 10, 15 minutes. That's not, we shouldn't think that that's a problem, for one thing. That the mind is able to settle is really wonderful. And just being patient with that. Some people can't get their minds to settle at all through an entire period of meditation. And the mind and the body are, they reflect one another. So the stillness of your body is saying you're able to sit comfortably for a period of time. So that's wonderful too. So I think you should rejoice in the fact that you can sit still and that your mind is settling. And then if you just appreciate that and appreciate the fact that you notice the stillness, the awareness of the stillness, and that'll grow. I also recommend throughout the day, just the mindfulness through the day helps with the stilling of the mind when we're on the cushion. So just bringing the awareness of the activity of the mind. Like if I'm sweeping or something, I might notice, oh, I'm quite distracted, and bringing my attention back to sweeping or whatever I'm doing, noticing with the state of the mind through the day, and allowing or encouraging the unwholesome states to drop away. So don't think it's a problem. That's what I would encourage you, and just rejoice in the fact that stillness or the subtleness does come. And that'll encourage it and help it to grow throughout the day. I think that's the maybe summary of what I'm trying to say. I see people coming in and off the screen. I don't know if they need to share something. Oh, I don't have the names. Oh, Gabrielle. Gabrielle?
It's actually me, Alessandra. We have never met directly, but I've been to Damadarini once. And I wanted to, first of all, to thank you for the guided meditation, because it was, you hear guided meditations, it's always the body, it's always the mind, but it is very nourishing when it's simplicity and groundedness in the bottom line. And I was sitting after some work, so the mind was very occupied or moving, even with an intention to be sitting, but thoughts coming in. But it was very useful, very good to go back to the mindfulness of the body. And when putting the hands together at the end, there was really this, because it was touched. I couldn't, it was obviously its hands, but it was interesting to know that the first experience was not hands, because that's actually something on top of it. So I wanted to really, I have no question. I just made a short report and comment.
Okay. I'm glad that was helpful. Yeah. When we end the sitting, to not say that this is the end of our awareness or meditation, and so you know, feel actually even feeling the intention prior to moving is good. I try not to jump up, but even like I give myself, all right, there's this intention to move, and I say, okay, I'm gonna breathe 3 more times, and then really feel that intention to move, and then I bring my hands together. And you can really, yeah, pressing your palms together really also emphasizes the touch of the body, you know, it's giving it. And what's beautiful about the physical touch is it's very immediate. It's a present moment and very immediate. Like when the sense of sight is external and it's, there may be that grasping that goes on or the aversion that goes on with sight in our environment. But when it's just touch of the body, then this is just immediate as it is. And we don't have to, it doesn't have to go any direction, pulling or pushing. And then we learn to extend that to others, the other sense gates, that just as it is, how it is, how things are. So thank you for your sharing, and that was helpful. And this is, please go ahead. What is your name? Huh? G? Huh? Tim?
Oh. Good morning, Ayya. Good morning, everyone. Thank you
morning.
for sharing some time together this morning. It's very, very helpful and peaceful. I wanted to circle back to one comment you made at the start, which was if you're perhaps laying down or in a position that you normally are comfortable in, shift. And so almost every time when I'm sitting cross-legged, I always have the same leg over the other. So I thought today I will try a different, to shake things up across the other way. And it totally changed my feelings and my legs and my kind of perception of the body. So just making that slight adjustment kind of forced me to think about things in a new way. So I don't know, just this interesting observation.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think that we're creatures of habit, and that's why I was saying, like, if we're in the habit of being in a particular position for sleep, then it's not a good position for meditation. So if I need to be laying down for to meditate, then I may lay on my back with my knees up rather than on my side. But that's good. That's a good point. If you're you're in the habit of sitting in a particular way, and you're just finding your mind is dull, you might try a little bit of a different posture. And there are 4 classic postures for meditation. It's standing, walking, sitting, and lying down. And so standing meditation is really supports alertness. Very few people have the skill to fall asleep while they're standing. Although while we're sitting, this is like even if we're not falling asleep, we can get into really dull states. So yeah, even just changing a little bit, like even changing the hand position means if you used to have your hands on this, you know, I guess this is called a cosmic mudra, with your hands, your thumbs touching. Might try putting your hands on your thighs and knees. Like switching the leg position that's also supportive for the health of the body, because you could get, the body can get torqued out of shape if you're just sitting with the legs in one position all the time, one leg up. Unless, I guess some people can sit in full lotus. I can't do that, but it's supposed to be a very balanced position. Yes, someone here has a question.
Yeah, I want to say what I've observed with my meditation is the movement of the hands is extremely powerful and intimately related with our breathing. When we turn our hands up, if you notice what's happening to your breathing, the lower part of the body seems to engulf more, a larger volume of air. But when you turn your hands and touch your lap, then the breath shifts a little bit upwards. It's just an amazing observation to be able to think about something that simple and that easy affecting the breathing process.
Thank you. I never noticed that for myself. That's interesting. That's a very sensitive observation. So people can experiment with that themselves and see how that works for them. And we have another hand up. Yes.
Yes, I was thinking of something that Jane had said about getting the body quiet and then quieting the mind. And one, I suppose it's like, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. So, but one of the things that I've done is take my thoughts, and I have this little shelf over here. It's like, okay, thank you for sharing thoughts, and thank you for brain, and keep putting the thoughts on this little shelf over in the corner, so that I can come back to where I am working to be centered. And Jane, there's just some days where the thoughts just keep coming, and you just have to keep putting them on the shelf, and pretty, and when that shelf is full, move it over and put another shelf out. You know what I'm saying? There's just days where the monkey keeps jumping. So it's like I said, it's just, I guess it's just practice, practice. You have to just keep practicing until it works, But the meditation, because Jane, you were saying that how you in each type of Buddhism you were doing, you still practiced meditation, and you still found that it quieted your body, right? And I've done different ways of meditation with different things, different classes, different things, and it's like it's always coming back to doing meditation, and it quiets everything.
Well, yeah, thank you for your observations. So everyone has their own ways of working with things and internal metaphors. So thank you for sharing. Can I have a minute? Oh, sure. You don't want to change put your,
This is Ayya Suvijjana. Tomorrow, Monday, is the Opposite Day, and we will be having a day-long program, which you can just join in with the information that was sent to you by email, or you can register following the information on that card. There will be a refuges and priesthood ceremony at 7:30 in the morning. And then there will be a very special Dharma program from 7 to 9 o'clock in the evening tomorrow on Monday.
Okay, thank you all for joining. Hope to see you tomorrow. Oh, we should end with the